I am not trusting this Bitcoin price action, and I'm going to explain why in this video. Now, before I get into it, make sure you subscribe, turn on your bell notifications. Everything I say here is very time sensitive. Now, obviously, we have this whole negotiations going on between Iran and the United States. Those of you that watched my video yesterday would know that I don't really trust this. It's no coincidence that basically the president of the United States, Donald Trump, he's very sensitive to the price action of oil hitting around $115. That's kind of like his max pain area. And not to mention the stock market, right? And so what we've been seeing is this trend of really bullish good news every single Monday. And then as soon as the markets close on Friday over the weekend, he escalates the situation. The market futures basically tank, they sell off. There's a lot of fear in the market. And then he kind of tacos and goes back on Monday, creating some kind of bullish narrative going into the week to kind of prop up the stock market and then keeping the suppression of oil, basically kind of mitigating that, right? And so I was saying that I don't really trust this. I think that it's no coincidence that they said that they were going to give a 5-day kind of day treaty where it comes to these negotiations taking place, but simultaneously he has troops that are on their way to Iran. I think that we are going to put boots on the ground, and I would not put it past the administration because nothing they can say, in my opinion, is to be trusted. I just think that this is all posturing and just buying time because realistically speaking, Iran is really prepared for this sort of escalation or conflict, whatever you guys want to call it. And so I think that, we need to buy time to get these troops in there because I don't think that this is going to be a successful mission, in my opinion. And I think that that's going to rattle the markets and basically make the price of oil continue to surge. So again, if you're somebody who is FOMOing into the Bitcoin price action, the crypto market, I think it's a miracle that everything on the month for crypto is basically up right now. We have gold basically negative. We have oil obviously hovering in the 90s. Not really sure what it is at the time of this recording, but I do predict that it's going to go up. So there's a lot of people that are of the consensus that they are long oil, short Bitcoin. I'm actually surprised how the price action of Bitcoin has been holding up. I think you could argue that, when you have all these sanctions going on around the world, they would basically settle the crypto, or basically the exchanges, if you will, of international trade, geopolitical trade, maybe in Bitcoin, right? Because that would be a way to circumvent these sort of sanctions, right? So I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to massively crash from here. There's a lot of people calling for that, but I would just caution you guys because there's just a lot of chop, and this is really, it's just kind of routine price action, in my opinion. And I think that it's really important to be cautious, other than taking on risk on kind of trading positions right now. Obviously, I think on a macro time frame, these are not horrible price action kind of ranges, but there's a lot of people kind of saying oh, the bottom's in, they're going to take on leverage, open up long positions. And I don't advocate for that in general, but I think that right now is a very dangerous time to do so. Not saying that I haven't been dollar cost averaging and all that kind of stuff, but I would assume that we're going to have a lot more turmoil. And I think that this whole conflict between Iran and the United States is going to go on for a little bit longer. So just be on the lookout for that. Don't get overly greedy, don't over leverage, and just always make an investment strategy that works the best for you. Obviously, I don't give financial advice. So with that being said, just want to give you guys just a short and sweet kind of update with what I'm doing, and just kind of what to look out for and what you can kind of expect. Because, obviously these talk negotiations, they don't really go anywhere. They haven't gone anywhere. That's why this whole thing escalated to begin with. There's other countries that are kind of, in my opinion, influencing the market. So, I'm not too concerned. So with that being said, hope you guys are staying safe, trading safe, and have a great day. Bye.